Okay, so I ages ago I bought this from an op shop. It's an electric 12-volt in-car coffee maker, and it's kind of like, if you have a look at that car, it's a 50s 60s type coffee maker, and you can see how they've got it hanging off the door there. This thing boils water, so you can imagine. Yep. So this is the box that it came in. 85 Celsius it goes up to, or 212 Fahrenheit. It's got a little marker on the side here. That little red is a bit of thermotape, and when it's hot enough it goes black. The reason I got it out was because one of my friends' mates was over and their hot chocolate had gone cold, and they were trying to figure out how to reheat it, because of course there's no power here, except for my solar and the generators. Anyway, I thought, and I remembered, so I called her back and we stuck the hot chocolate in here, and I reheated the hot chocolate with it. So if you have a look inside here, you can't really see it because that water's a bit cloudy because I'm boiling off the hot chocolate that was stuck on it, but that's an element in the middle there, and it heats up the water, gets it nice and hot. The coffee grounds go in this little filter doodad, and so you boil your water, and then you put this little doodad back in the coffee machine. I think that's how you do it anyway. And the coffee brews in the hot water, and then you take the thingy out, then you just pour it into your cups, and it comes with 2 cups and an instruction set. All the instructions here, and it tells you how to play with it and everything else. The funniest thing is it says, where is it? Oh, use the coffee maker only when the motor is running. So yeah, it's a polycarbonate resin apparently, and yeah, so it's from Japan. Here we go, read that. I'll go down slowly, pause it if you don't see what you're trying to read, you can't read it quick enough. And so that's the English instructions, and then on the inside here we've got now, I don't know, that would be Mexican, I am assuming. Then there's French, I believe the back's German, yeah, and the back's German. So yeah, pretty cool, I reckon. So I didn't think it was going to work, never knew it was going to work, probably was never going to use it. I was just going to keep it as a bit of a collector's item, because I collect old shit like that. And see, plug fits any car, aircraft or powerboat, cigarette lighter connected to DC the battery. I don't know how you'd be in an aeroplane when you hit a bit of turbulence and you got the water boiling right next to you. Yeah, I don't think that'd be really good for you. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's what is it? It's 12 volt, 140 watt. You only choose a few amp. What do they reckon? Here we go. A coffee maker. Consumes only about 4 to 5 amperes, about 70 watts each time. So yeah. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I'm boiling this now. I'm going to try the coffee. I'll get back to you in a minute. Okay, the fan's going. I don't know whether you can hear me. The fan's on the inverter. Now, I think something's been lost in translation here. It says, don't put coffee or tea into the filter before boiling. After water is boiled, take out the filter from the pot and place the filter in a cup and pour in coffee or tea. Yeah. Okay. So that's confused me, but what I'm going to do is, when this gets up to temperature, Yeah, when the doodad goes black properly, what I will do is, this is a instant connection too, so you can't leave it plugged in with no water in it, because it'll cook it. Anyway, what it'll do is just drop it straight in there, straight in there, let the water infuse into the coffee, and go from there. I think the reason why they don't want you to put it in there when it's boiling is because it gets down pretty close to the thingo, which I thought would make it a percolator. So I don't know, it seems weird, because it's got this doodad, and then it's got this that screws on top of it, and it's got a tiny pinhole in it, so that goes in, it seals on there. Well, okay, hang on a minute, one hand. So yeah, so that goes on there, the coffee's in there, you can see. Now I would have assumed that what you do is when it's boiling, you pop this in there, and the boiling effect pushes the water up through the coffee grounds and it bubbles out of there. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not really a percolator, it's just a pour-in filter thing. So we'll see anyway, I'll test something out with it. Tell you what though, it's starting to get a bit of steam. She's a bit slow getting to the boil. You can see it's bubbling around there now. You can see that the element in there a bit easier. See it through there too. Yeah, the colour bar hasn't changed to black yet, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah. Oh, this is the little mounting bracket. I'm thinking of it. So this doodad, somehow you bend it and it hooks into your window like this, like that instruction there, and that slides up somehow into something else and it all holds together. I think that's the only bits and pieces that go with it. And it just sits there on the side of the bloody thing. It's a bit freaky, a bit scary. Oh, there it is, the little wire thing slots in like that. So, yeah. Come on, up you go. So you put it on the side of your window, you bend this over so that it slots down inside your open window. So it slots down inside your open window like so. And Rod your uncle, you're making coffee. A little bit of a bit dodgy, I think, but anyway, I'll take this thing off. Okay, pan's back on again. I worked it out, it's a pour over, so I put it in there, but if you have a look there, it's taken ages for the coffee to soak up the water, because I'm a dork. Anyway, so apparently you're supposed to do this, and when this fella's boiled, and I guess this lid is to hold the heat in, when it's up to its 85 degrees Celsius that it wants to be at, use the hot water and just pour it over the coffee, and then it pours into the cup. So there you go, so we'll suss this out and just see what it's like. But hey, you're driving down the road, you want yourself a hot fresh coffee, why not? As long as you're willing to get near boiling water poured all over your lap, it's no drama, eh? Alright, let's give this a go. Unplug this. We'll take our near boiling water. Oh, hang on. Better put this on a flat, hadn't I? There we go. Hard enough doing this when you're stationary, let alone when you're driving. Pour that in there. Well, it's dripping coffee, I guess. Bit of a slow process. Maybe this thing's the special pressure blower and you put it over there and then you blow through it with your mouth. Let's see what I can do. Put that there so you can see what's going on a little bit. Yeah. I bet you didn't see that at all. That was working good. Pressured it in. Black coffee. I'll pour some more hot water in there. I'll try that again. There we go. Letting that drip again a bit, and then I'm just going to blow in it, and I'll show you at the end because I can't do this one-handed. Coolies. We're getting there. See if I can do this without moving that. Anyway, give that a go. Well, in the coffee machine's defence, I did use old bitter coffee and cheap coffee, but it made it. I'll get some nice coffee one day and give it another try, see what happens. There's probably, if this is from the 60s, there's probably 60 years of gunge in there too. Yeah, it doesn't taste that flash. All right, anyway, back to what is it doing.